Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making a video on Legends talking about the improvements to the game that is needed and the game's evolvement. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, hit that button like a beast. Alright, let's hop right into it, go to this character list and talk about the units that need to be improved. So guys, take a look at these characters here. Look at all of these characters, Zenkai or not Zenkai, characters that really need to be improved in the game. Now, these characters need, I'm going to say this, they need a significant boost other than just the boost for PvP. Like, I understand these characters are not really usable because of their damage is not there. But what could make these characters do better in damage to be usable? And I think that characters that need to be used have never been used in this game because they're no good, right? But if you think about it like this, developers need to evolve the game or else the game will die off. They need to change the level cap of the characters, the level cap. If they change the level cap to 10,000, that can be a boost for the characters, for the older characters to do better. And also increase the characters' percentage of damage, percentage of power level. They need to change it higher, make it higher. Give us another extent to their power. Do some little changes for the characters. And, it could work out for Legends. And not just bringing out newer units, but making the old units better for them to be used. That's the reason why, the game should evolve. Now, they need other things to, improve on the game. They need to improve more on gameplay, performance, such as for like co-op or like PvP, turnaround power mode. They could also evolve the game to have another mode. I mean, it's very possible, like we've been dedicated to this game for 4 years and they haven't evolved the game enough. Now, I know they're trying to do it step by step, which is a good thing, but they need to do it a little more better. They need to pick up the pace better a little bit. And I think they really need to work on this game by itself to like, hey, let's change the character's level cap. Let's make it higher, 10,000. And it will help the older characters to do better for PvP. That way, because players like to use older units to see what they can do, but if you keep them the same with the same level cap, these characters will never do better. That's the thing. As far as much as Zenkai characters is not enough. You can Zenkai 7 them, but they're still not going to be powerful enough to keep it as a good run for players to keep using. Especially like LF characters that have been lasting for like 6 months or longer because of their damage, because they're LF characters, they're sparking LF. Now we're getting a new rarity because of, of the ultras rarity that we're still getting in the game, but we still haven't, but developers haven't improved the character's level cap. They never changed it. Well, people would say, well, I wanted to keep it at level 5,000 because I don't want them to mess up the game. Well, here's the thing. These characters are these characters are not gonna be used. Their damage is gonna decrease And they're going to get much worse if they keep the same level cap, just as much as their power level. They need to extend the limit break stars for the characters too. That's what said, like, if they really want improvement to the game and have more players to play the game more and they get more money, they need to evolve the game to order for the game to last much longer or last much longer in more years as far as anniversaries and legends festivals and all of these events, raids and stuff that they have been doing. They did quite a few changes, giving us a new gauntlet for free Zenkais, which is, I think, it's a good thing. But they haven't been improving the game itself. Like they the version, they keep updating the core version, which is the core system to the game, but that's not the full evolving the game. It's a step of evolving the game, but it's not the official because they have so much work to do on this game to really keep this game running and going because there's so many players that play this game of Dragon Ball Legends because it is a popular Dragon Ball game on mobile. Look at all these fantastic characters, but the level cap is keeping these characters pushed back. And that's why these characters are not usable enough. Their their damage buff decreases over time the more usage you give them because these characters have not evolved powerful enough to do better for PvP as far as they getting old. That's why I suggest the developers to evolve the game before the game dies. That way it'll keep the game going and not letting the game die. Like I understand like hey, they want to stop the game, they want to stop the running of the game. I understand that. That is going to be the end time for this game. But there's still much more characters in the game as far as Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Super Dragon Ball Heroes hasn't collabed with Dragon Ball Legends yet, but it needs to. Look at all of these characters from all the previous Dragon Ball content over the last couple of years, over these 30 years of Dragon Ball. All of these characters have now entered the game, and there's no evolving of these characters. No change of level cap, no change of there's things that has not been changed to the game. The game hasn't evolved enough for players to be significantly more happier with this game. Now, like everybody is complaining about these characters that people want to use more. These characters are not powerful enough. Their damage are not high enough. Their abilities are just not good enough. They need to improve not just the characters, but they need to improve the level cap. They need to change the level cap. Because I understand, like, hey, players, you don't want the level cap to go any higher. Okay, fine. But then that's slowing the game down, though. If you think about it, it's slowing the game down and it's slowing down the characters from their full potential. Why you think LF Brawly is not doing high damage? Why you think LF Rose Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, the LF one, why he thinks he's not doing the most damage? Because people want the Zenkai, but they're not worrying about the level cap that needs to be changed within the game in order for the game to evolve better. For the characters to be usable when they get old. Take it Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. He is not usable right now. He barely do any damage. He'll probably do like 1 or 2%. I'll maybe give it a 10%, okay? But like Super Saiyan Rage Trunks doesn't do any damage because he's an old unit and he hasn't got any buffed up. No Zenkai, no Plat, Or, I mean, well, maybe not a plat because he's not an LF character. He hasn't got a power up equipment, I would say. And, the level cap is keeping these characters pushed back. In order for make these characters more usable when they're old, is to change the level cap and change some other things for the characters for to improve them to do better when they're old. I understand they want to make newer units every month, but they at least can make some of the old units usable because people really want to use them. Why do you think players use old LFs in PvP? Because they want to see a character can do well. That's what players want. And I think this is the good idea for the game to really evolve, do better, get a new game mode or something like that, change the level cap for the characters, increase their status, do better for the game, make these characters' abilities more better, more damage that we kind of need. And for these older units that we like to showcase for our channels or something like that. But like all of these characters, they really need help. The limit break stars for the characters also need to be changed from 14 stars to at least about 20 stars at least. And I think that's a good idea. Because remember, the last limit break stars was 7 stars was the actual limit break of the characters. Then they changed it, they extended it to 14. And I think, well, 14 stars is the full power of the characters because that's the limit break. That's the limit. You know? And then what if they change the stars limit to 20 stars, make the characters more powerful, and change the level cap to 10,000? That will be a significant boost for the older characters to be more usable. That's what I think that should improve the game better for a lot of players to use more of the characters that they want to use other than the most powerful characters. So, I'm going to end the video here. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share the content around, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.